Hello and welcome everybody to this most wonderful day. If anybody's having challenges out there, it doesn't shock me. If we don't have challenges, we can't see and understand how our faith is. I welcome everybody to the Moringa's Benefit, and I am certainly loving it because I get to welcome the wonderful certified health coach and holistic wellness practitioner. She's also the founder of Healing Through Nutrition. It's her passion to inspire people to create a healthy lifestyle with natural remedies, helping them improve their health and wellness so they can live joyfully, confidently, and disease free with more energy and longevity. As a wellness practitioner and personal health mentor for 6+ years, she is deeply committed to the health of each client, and she offers a customized coaching experience where you partner with her to achieve your health goals. So now it's my honor to invite you to hear Miss Jane Garvison. Take it away, Jane.
All right. Thank you so much, Gail. Always does my heart good when you're on here with me. And Chaplain, we're excited to have you with us as well.
Yes,
We've had some good conversations, have we not? I'm going to go ahead and just share my screen and we'll just get right into it. I think you can see my screen. I think I did it right this time without having to go back and redo it. But we're going to talk today about digestive enzymes. When I was learning about enzymes, I found this to be so fascinating. I don't know what it is, but it's really, really fascinating to me about enzymes and how magical our body is, right? The amazing things that our bodies can do. And enzymes is just one of those things that just shows you, like, when your body is out of whack and out of kilter. This is maybe one of the first places that for a lot of people, their symptoms start to show up, and it's in their digestive system. So what are enzymes? Enzymes are actually a protein, and that protein is what helps to speed up the chemical reaction, which is the digestion in our system, right? And so that's the function of digestive enzymes. And there are a few different types of enzymes. I can let you go ahead and read this, but we have amylase, which breaks down the carbohydrates that we eat. And the amylase is also found in our saliva and in our pancreas. There's an enzyme called lipase, which breaks down the fats that the pancreas creates, right? And the protease or peptidase, it breaks down the proteins from our food. And then there's carbohydrases. So this is an enzyme that obviously breaks down the carbohydrates, the starch and the glucose, and helps our bodies to absorb, to process those things into simple sugars. And here's an example of carbohydrates is like our salivary glands, our salivary amylase, that enzyme is produced in our salivary glands. And it starts the minute that we start to eat, it starts to break down the starches into maltose, which is a sugar. So immediately upon beginning the food, actually before you actually take the first bite, you know how when your mouth gets, you start to salivate when you're preparing to eat, that's your digestive system is already kicking into gear to start that process. The proteases are enzymes which break down the proteins into the amino acids, which are the building blocks in our system. And amino acids have been disappearing from our food supply, which is one of the reasons that I push moringa so much, because moringa has those amino acids that some of those we can't even get in our food supply anymore. They're long gone and they're not coming back. And which is, again, another reason that people have so many digestive issues. So an example of the protease is, so this is produced in the gastric glands, or, the gastric juices in our stomach. It really starts the process of breaking down that protein, and that protein gets broken down into amino acids. And then there are other protease enzymes that complete the process. But as it goes through, the food goes into your stomach and the gastric juices begin to break that down. So the lipases, they're enzymes which break down the lipids into fatty acids and glycerol. And have a picture of it here, but really this is way over my head. I just can tell you what it does. And so an example of the lipase is those enzymes are produced in the pancreas. They work in the small intestine, and they turn those into the fatty acids and glycerol in our body. Well, I think I got that slide in there twice. So one of the things that we can do for enzyme production, or if we need the extra enzymes, and you will know that you need the extra enzymes because you're getting heartburn, you're bloating, you're gassy, or all of the above. You have, maybe you wake up in the middle of the night and you have acid reflux going on. Those are all signs and symptoms that your digestive system is out of whack. And so many of us have this problem. If we don't have it early on, at some point in our lives, we may encounter that. So many people do. And so the enzymes are something that we truly need, because our number one, your digestive system has one job, and that's to digest your food. You cannot continue to live with food putrefying in your stomach. I mean, you will become very, very sick and die if that food does not get processed. And so the enzymes have a crucial job to do to break down that food that's in your gut. And this one is a fairly new product that Dr. Fisher has come out with. It's Biozyme. And so I'm just going to break it down for you here on what the Biozyme is and how it helps your digestive system. So here, this is the label on the Biozyme. This is the ingredients that are in there. 2 capsules. So it's about a month and a half. What does it say? Servings, 45 servings. So a month and a half of product in that bottle. So magnesium gluconate, which supports the enzyme function. And it's really, magnesium is necessary for the digestive enzymes that break down the proteins and the fats and the carbs. And when we're not breaking those down, we're not absorbing the nutrition either. And so this enhances that absorption to get that nutrition into our bodies. It helps to reduce the acid reflux and heartburn that many of us have. And it also promotes a healthy gut. So we know more than 75% of our immune system is in our gut. And many people nowadays, because of our food situation, we're walking around with an unhealthy gut, which turns into an unhealthy immune system, and then it turns into chronic illnesses. So very important. So there's enzymes complex, and this again helps to improve that nutrient absorption. It breaks the food down into smaller molecules so that they're more bioavailable for your body to absorb the nutrition. It helps to reduce the bloating and gas, and it also will support enzyme deficiencies if you have those deficiencies in your body. Bromelain. Bromelain is found in pineapple. And actually, if you find yourself, maybe you go out for dinner and you overeat and you're stuffed and you're full, ask them to serve you a little bowl of pineapple. See if they'll bring you a little bowl of pineapple. It will actually help that digestive process. It'll help to break down those proteins into those smaller pieces so that the digestive process can speed up and it's much more efficient. But the bromelain has been isolated and is in this Biozyme. There's something called insulin FOS, and FOS stands for a word that I could not pronounce. so I didn't even put it on here. But basically what this does is it acts as a probiotic or prebiotic. It feeds healthy bacteria into our gut, which is necessary. It improves bowel regularity because a lot of times people that have digestive issues also deal with constipation issues. Again, it supports nutrient absorption and it helps our own gut rebuild that beneficial flora or that beneficial bacteria that we need. Boswellia serrata is actually frankincense. And we know frankincense, I'm most familiar with frankincense in the form of essential oil. And I know that it does reduce the inflammation. It may also help with leaky gut. And it's especially useful for inflammatory bowel issues like Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, and IBS. But in this case, the frankincense is added to the biozyme and does help with the reducing that inflammation, which is super important because all of those diseases that I mentioned there are all caused from inflammation in our bodies. And then brewer's yeast. You've probably heard of brewer's yeast, but it also helps support a healthy gut. So it brings in that good bacteria. Again, you can see the thread running through here is that it improves the nutrient absorption, and it does help relieve the digestive discomfort, the bloating and the gas, that type of thing. Papaya enzyme powder. Again, like pineapple, papaya is a great enzyme in and of itself. It aids the protein digestion, so it helps to break down that food into smaller molecules that can get passed through easier and get absorbed into our bodies. Again, reduces the discomforts that you get from either overeating or from not properly digesting. And again, nutrient absorption. Papaya actually will soothe your stomach. And let's see, I think that's all. I think that's all of the ingredients in there, and you can see what wonderful things they are. I'm going to stop sharing and come back to you guys. I can tell you that one of the things with the digestion is digestion can interrupt your sleep. And if you're not getting good sleep, you're opening yourself up to all kinds of things, because really our health, it boils down to getting a good night's sleep. If you can get a good night's sleep, your day is going to go so much better. But we want to try to make sure that we eat early enough that we have a window into to allow our digestive system to totally digest our food. The reason that sleep is so important is because when we sleep, that is the prime time when our bodies heal. And that whole sleeping process is an amazing spa in your sleep, because it absolutely helps your body heal itself, and your body knows what to do. So get your food digested properly, get that good sleep, and that can fix so many things. Could be underlying causes for a lot of chronic illnesses, and you just haven't made that connection. So if you know you have digestive issues, check this product out, and I think that you'll be very, very happy with it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop recording.